Testing, testing, testing. Testing microphone, testing microphone. Good. Okay, let's see. Welcome everyone to Division 1. Today we are racing in Canada and we are almost done with the season. Is 4 races remaining, including this one. I don't have quick access to the standings, but I think that the battle of the championship is still pretty open. We have, I think, our 4 main contenders could be Back of Donuts, Max Stars, God Palmer, John, and maybe Ernest also still has an opportunity. And I think today can be a good race because I think everybody is racing today. I see God Palmer, I see Back of Donuts, I see Ernest, I don't see John. Oh, there it is, John. I see him. And Max, he might join during quali. So all the big contenders are participating today. And I think today is the first time that we are gonna see at the end of the race the real contenders for the championship. Right now we have 4 or 5. I think if this race has the opportunity to filter to the final 3 maybe, and that will make things really interesting. I'm very excited for this Grand Prix. Let's get ready with all the information that we need. And let's see who might be starting a lap. I think God Palmer is about to start a lap, and let's see what he can do on the first attempt on a medium tire. Meanwhile, we can talk a little bit about the track and on this lap. I think it's one of the circuits where we have the less set of corners because we have only 14 corners. It's a bit tricky, this circuit. It's very similar to Baku, what we had last week. You know, we have a very long straight that in this case it gets cut through a chicane in corners 13 and 14. But it's like if you take it pretty good, it's almost flat out the entire main straight, or 2 straights, from corner 11 all the way to the next lap, corner 1. You have a very good opportunity. So low downforce helps a lot, but the problem is that you also need to consider the rest of the track, which has a lot of tight corners. So you need to consider that as well. Places to overtake the main straight, for sure. And I think in sector 2, corner 8 and 9, there's a bit of opportunity. But I think the best place we're going to see overtakes is in the hairpin, which is corner 10. And then we might be able, if you have a good exit in corner 11, then you have a very good opportunity with DRS to get ahead. We have 2 DRS zones. Well, actually we have 3 DRS zones, because in the chicane you don't have DRS zones. But it's in reality, you know, 2 or 3 depending on how you see it. And for DRS zone 2 and 3, you have 1 detection point. So it's the same detection point for both the DRS zones. So I think that might be interesting. If some people have their setups right, they might get a lot of time in that 2 straights. Meanwhile, we see that Palmer got the 1.9, John in softs still in a 1.9. Godfather in an out lap, trying to get ready for a lap. We have yellow flags all over the circuit, but that is fine. Crescent had seems like a retirement. Not sure where that happened, but okay. Godfather is starting a lap. It's pretty weird that he didn't get penalized from what happened in Baku, but you know, if a ticket was not created, then there was no reason. To look into it, but yeah, definitely that was a problem or an incident to deal with. So we can see that Max has joined the session, so all the big contenders are here today. What can we expect from this? I think it's going to be very similar to Baku, which might be that we will have few safety cars. Especially on the first corner, the first 2 corners actually, we have to take them very carefully. Okay, we can see that John is in an out lap. So we're gonna be with him for his hot lap. Meanwhile, Palmer is not having a lap. So it begins. Oh, there's Crescent. We can see Crescent there. with a problem. But the first corner very good, second also good. Let's see how he finished sector 1 and if he can improve what is currently the fast lap, which is, you know, the current pole position. He was fast on the first sector, only a couple of hundreds faster. Then sector 2, fastest sector 2, 0.2 of a second faster. So this is an improved lap for sure. Let's see how he finished this lap, and that might be the time to beat. Pretty sure that will be. Very good exit in that chicane, and yeah, fastest lap overall, 19.3. So Max is in a lap, I think. And let's see, I think this is the first lap that he's gonna try after joining a bit late to quali. He goes fastest on the first sector, that's pretty good, and he might have a shot at pole position here. No, he went out of the track and he will have to try again. I think still we have a bit of time, maybe like 5 minutes or 6 minutes, so he will have time. The question is he gonna go into the pits and get a new tire, or is he gonna try from here? Let's wait and see. He has the RS open, which is weird, but let's see if he tries a new now after, you know, the bad lap that he had on the previous attempt. Still fastest on the first sector. Let's see if he is able to maintain the car on track on the second sector and not make the same mistake again. He also goes purple on the second sector, so looks pretty good for a pole position here. And this is kind of the second attempt, you know, while the first one was an invalid lap time. Pretty solid on that chicane, and he goes pole right now, temporary pole position with a 190, 3/10 up from John. I think Max has a very good opportunity here to handle that. Meanwhile, we see that God Palmer is in a not hot lap, so let's see who else is. Meanwhile, we have Bag of Donuts in the pits. Brady just moved to 4th place, which means that Bag of Donuts will need to go again and try to improve his 110.1. But Palmer, I think, is getting ready for a lap. Let's see. using the RS on that lap. I don't know why, because it's invalid, but okay. He goes to the pits directly. So he will want to go one last time. John on an out lap. Getting his tires ready, creating some space. Maybe he's gonna let Godfather go by, although Godfather is also in an out lap, but John doesn't know this. Yeah, but Godfather is not gonna try anything, so let's see what John can do on this new lap. John starts this lap. Let's see how he's able to do the first sector. Very good way of taking corners over there, and fastest overall on the first sector. So this is a Max versus John situation, I think. I don't know if John has 3/10 somewhere to grab from Max. Invalid. He had to back out. I don't know if that Mercedes, distracted him, which probably was Max. And we will need to see if he has time for another lap. I don't think we have time to go again. We got Palmer. It's in an out lap. I think back of Donuts. He might be on a lap. I was unable to see his sector 1. But let's stay with him. I think he can do a bit better than position number 5 on the starting grid. He goes into the hairpin. Pretty solid. He moves to 4. He gained 4/10 from a previous attempt, and I think that will be as good as it gets for back of Donalds. Actually, that is as good as it gets. Meanwhile, God Palmer just made the fastest first sector. So God Palmer says, I also want to have a shot at pole position. Max is on an out lap. Ooh, invalid for God Palmer. Unfortunate for him. He was having a very good first sector, and then he had to back out because he went out of the track. So it seems that now Max can relax. Nobody's gonna go after him, and Ernest is gaining a bit. So let's stay with him and see if he can do better than 6. That Godfather in the way might not have been the best. I'm not sure if the stewards will look into it. Again, you need to create a ticket for the stewards to look into it. Hopefully for next season we have a better ticket system. Because sometimes, stewards might be able to see something even if it's not reported. I don't think Ernest will be able to make a better position than 6 because of that incident with the Ferrari. But let's wait and see what can he do. I think he stays at 6. So the reset, we have our starting race. Max in pole position. John will be second place. Then we have God Palmer and Back of Donuts. Then Ernest, Brady, Fire, Crit Plus, Topox, Tum Tum, Crescent, Godfather, and Dark Sider. I think he didn't set a lap, so I don't know if he was able to join the session properly. We will see, and we will wait and see what happens. Hopefully, we have formation lap today. Hopefully, the settings in the session are the proper ones, and we have time to talk a little bit about the race, the track, and everything. And also get ready. We also need to have our settings and the information ready for us. So not Red Bulls are driving today. And there it is, formation lap. So let's get ready for the race. And the first thing we want to see is interval, position change at the beginning, telemetry, lap data, and the full track map. Awesome. So from what we saw on qualifying, I think Max, John, and God Palmer, they know this track, they know this circuit, so they might have a very good opportunity to get the win today. Back of Donuts, it feels like he will need to improve a little bit. Maybe his race pace is a bit better than his quali pace, hopefully for him. And then Ernest, who also have a shot at the championship, he might have a very good session. It will be interesting to see, what happens in the first 2 laps. If we have a safety car, if we have some retirements, incidents, all of that. I think the run into the first corner will be a bit tricky for some people. Meanwhile, Darksider has been disqualified from the formation lap. We also see that he was unable to set a time, so hopefully everything is good on his end and he will not cause any trouble for some of the other drivers. Let's get ready. I'm excited about this race, guys, so hopefully we have a nice one in our hands today. We get ready and the race has begun. Max on a very good start, but a better start for John, who gets the first place in Oof, but he gets out of track and they touch, and John needs to recover, but I'm sorry, this one was on John. He went out of the track, he tried to rejoin in a very unsafe manner, and now he's in the last position. And there's an accident. We see a Haas. Who was that? Fire. Fire was just out of the race. Sorry, Fire. We saw that. And we have the first safety car. I told you guys, it wasn't in the first corner. It was in the second corner. But we had an incident. And actually, we had an incident. In the second corner, we had the incident with Max and John. And then it was on, I think it's in the fourth corner, where we see that Fire also had an incident. let's wait and see if Max has some damage from that incident with John. I think not. I think not. This was just John, you know, having a bit of a complication on the side, but nothing major. Let's see who has to go to the pits because of some damage. So we see that Max, good. Back of Donuts, good. Brady, good. We have got Palmer. He has to go into the pits. That might be an issue for him. Is he gonna go with mediums or hards? I think he might wanna go with mediums. Yeah, mediums. Mediums are for God Palmer. Then we have like Topox and TomTom in the same team decided to pit at the same time, so that might not be good for some people. Wait, John didn't get any damage? For sure I thought John was gonna pit after that incident with Max, but it seems that his car is all good. So he has a bit of, you know, opportunity to recover here. We see Darksider is a ghost, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. So maybe it was just a small glitch over there. TomTom, Godfather, and Topox, all of them are coming out of the pits. I really hope Darkslider doesn't cause any situation here. I saw, you know, disqualifying here, you know, not participating in qualifying. So let's just hope that. Ooh, what is this? So Max is on AI, and could that be a penalty? You are not allowed to go to AI during safety car. So if anybody creates a ticket, it's there just for the grabs. Sorry to be the snitch here, Max, but you know, the rules should apply to everyone. Hopefully he has a good reason and, you know, nobody cares. The problem is that when the AI is driving for you, sometimes they make a mistake and affects people in the back. So that's why, in theory, you shouldn't be going into AI mode during a safety car. I think we're gonna have another lap. I hope we can resume the race here. John, he needs to recover a lot of places, but the good thing is that he didn't get damaged, so he didn't have to go into the pits, which means that he recovered, you know, at least 5 or 6 positions, if you consider Fire still on the race when the incident happened for John. Do we have safety car in this race? Yeah, safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. So we're gonna see how they restart. Max will be controlling the pace. Hopefully nobody, you know, gets that damage while getting ready. And it seems that Max is pulling away. Hopefully he doesn't break or anything. No, we go away and great exit back of Donuts. He might have a shot there. Max trying to get away with some battery. And yeah, it seems that the restart has been done properly. All the drivers stay on place. We have an incident between Godfather and Topox, but that might be just an overtake. Nothing major. And yeah, we have a race. We have resumed the race, restarted the race, and Max is in first place. So the incident with John, it's a bit good. There's a bit of a battle there. So John and Dark are having a battle, which is also involving God Palmer, and we got 3 wide, and there's an incident. Yeah, God Palmer You know, I don't know what happened. We will need to see the decision made because we saw 3 wide. That's what we saw, and you know, John wasn't giving any room. Godfather and the other driver, which I think was Ernest or Darksider at the time. So John goes up to 6th place, and now God Palmer. Well, at least he doesn't have to go into the pits again. That's good. But from this, the big winner is Max. Back of Donuts will try to stay on his DRS and make a move. Meanwhile, Brady is on the tail of Bag of Donuts. We also have Topox. Yeah, the battle in the midfield is an interesting one. Ernest is trying to get into John. I really hope we can see a battle there between Ernest and John. Meanwhile, Brady is trying to get Back of Donuts, but also Chris Plus is trying to get Brady. So we will have a bit of a race there. Godfather pretty close to Ernest also. And Brady goes into the pits, so I'm not sure why that happened. So let's go with Ernest, who will try to defend from Godfather, but also get John. Godfather is trying to make a move, and he makes it stick. It seems that way. Yeah. Godfather wins 1 position, and now he's gonna try to catch John. Godfather sometimes seems a bit too aggressive, which I think will challenge John in the next few corners. So let's see what happens here. So Godfather using some DRS, getting close to John, and they are pretty close into the hairpin. So good exit in those corners will give a lot of advantage to Godfather. Let's see, he's gonna make a move. He has it, and John concedes the position, and decides to fight on another time. Meanwhile, Ernest is also trying to get John, but not in this lap. Meanwhile, we have Back of the Donut, Crate and Crescent. There was another car in the middle that I don't see anymore. What was Brady? It was Brady, sorry. A lot of things have happened in the last few laps, so forgive me if I get something wrong. Ernest getting pretty close to John, and let's see. They are having a fight for a position in the championship, so they might get aggressive in this race. And again, if you have a good corner, a good exit in the hairpin, which I think is corners 10 and 11, then you are pretty much set for a very good DRS attack. And there it is. Battery on, DRS enabled, and he is gonna go for it. He sticks the move and sends John to 7th place. And again, because the detection point is the same for both, even in this straight, he has the DRS. So this is good. This is very good. And John will try to catch. He is 7/10 of a second, so getting close. Godfather scaling a lot of positions, although right now he just got his first penalty. But he's trying to get close to Crit Plus. DRS open, and let's see if he can make a move. I don't think here he will be able to, but if he stays close into the 2nd and 3rd DRS, then he will have an opportunity to make the move. DRS is very powerful in this race. For a second I thought he was gonna dive bomb, but He goes into the inside and makes the move in the hairpin. Quick Plus was unable to maintain the race line, but also Godfather has DRS in this straight and in the second straight, so he can get away. Meanwhile, we see back of Donuts going to the pits in the 9th lap. I'm not sure if that was because of a damage. Yeah, we can see a replacement on the front wing. So that is bad news for back of Donuts. Meanwhile, Max just what seems to be a race of his own. Unless we see a safety car somewhere, and Godfather suddenly is in second place. Back of Donuts went all the way down to the last place with that need of changing. Meanwhile, we see a problem somewhere. Yeah, there was a car. There it is. Crescent just lost the car. He also lost, and oh, thank God that was a ghost. Thank God that was a ghost. He will need to go into the pits, and his race is almost done. We have a safety car. We have a safety car, which is good news for back of Donuts. Let's see, Max is going to the pits. Godfather also goes into the pits. Quick Plus into the pits. Ernest stays on track. We will need to see his tires in a second. John goes into the pits. Topbox into the pits. Tom stays on track. God Palmer. Ooh, he goes into the pits. Does he have some damage or what? Because this was his opportunity to recover some places. So we will need to see what happens here. No, he just changed tires. But why? And you get another set of mediums. But your tires were probably like 7 laps old or 8 laps old. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure God Palmer's strategists, they know what they are doing. So let's see, back of Donuts recovers some places after getting sent back to the last place. Ernest decided to stay on track. Here we need to see tires. Okay, so Ernest stay on track. Tom with a heart stay on track. So it seems that everybody has done a pit stop. Yeah, everybody has done at least one pit stop in this race. This is good, this is interesting, because Ernest, I don't think he will be able to hold Max, but after that, he might be able to hold some drivers. Godfather, with a new set of softs, he's really gonna challenge that first position. Tom, he's gonna try to stay as long as possible. Maybe he will be hoping for another safety car around lap 20, 25. That will be good for him. Then, Crit Plus in a new set of mediums. And yeah, it's very interesting. I would like to know why God Palmer decided to box again in this safety car if he didn't have any damage. He could have stayed out, same as Ernest, and try to recover some positions. I mean, because a medium with a 9 lap old tire, it's not that bad. Obviously we don't have access to his degradation, so maybe it was too much, or maybe he was like, if I don't make the change right now, I will get punished in a few laps. So again, his strategists know better than me, for sure. Safety car in this lap. We are going back to race, and I'm pretty excited to see what happens between Max and Godfather. Ernest, I don't know if they are playing the team game. If they are, he will let Max go by. But again, in this league, I don't think we have this team sensation in the drivers. I see an Aston Martin ghosted, so that is Darksider. Again, I'm pretty sure he's not racing. Okay, so Ernest decides to restart the race, and was there an accident somewhere? Yeah, we can see Godfather having a bit of a complication with TomTom, and it seems that nothing changed. So something, I'm pretty sure I saw something. But let's see. Godfather collecting penalties, and that's not good for his race. But he goes fastest of all for now. I'm pretty sure that lap time will not be the fastest of the race. Meanwhile, back of Donuts trying to get some people, and oof, again, we will see a few wide. Oh, what was that? Brady kind of, touch back. Then Crit Plus has a bit of a fight with back of Donuts, and John decided to brake pretty early on that hairpin. It was TomTom, sorry. TomTom decided to brake pretty early. Back of Donuts will use a lot of his battery to get TomTom. Slower tires, hard tires, with a bit of more duration. It's pretty good from back of Donuts. He took few cars on that lap, and now he's in 4th place. And considering the amount of penalties Godfather has, it seems that back of Donuts is back in the podium places, which is good for the championship. Remember, he is our current leader. But very close, we have Max, who is having an amazing race today. Like, I think on the first 13 laps, we can say that Max has he deserves this win so far. And we start to see a small train. John trying to get at back of Donuts, and let's see the exit on the hairpin and what is possible for both drivers. John getting some ERS, getting ready with the attack. It seems that we don't have DRS yet, so it will have to wait. This is the perfect time for some drivers to get into the 1 second window. Okay, so now we have DRS enabled, starting on the next DRS. Oof, very good from John there. What a move. What an unexpected move from John. Using only his battery, he went into the inside of the first corner, and amazing move from John, who is back in 4th place and getting ready to chase Godfather, Ernest, and Max. What happened here? So Max and Godfather, I didn't see this, but now we have Godfather on 4th place. So was this because of DRS? I don't think so. Now Ernest will have to play the team game and will have to defend pretty hard from Godfather. Both have DRS, Godfather and Max. Let's see how it plays here. Godfather, fresher tires, soft tires versus medium. Easy pass. Is Ernest gonna let Max go by? Yeah, or at least Max had a very powerful DRS and he's gonna chase Godfather. So now we have a very interesting fight for the lead. Godfather, soft tires, 5 laps, and Max on mediums. However, we can see that Godfather keeps getting penalties, and I think he might be on 9 penalties now. So we have a safety, we have something. So Top Box had an incident. I was unable to see what happened. Let's see if his wing is fine. It seems that way. So we are back to Max versus Godfather, because Max is now on the main straight using some DRS. he might want to get close to Godfather, and then on the next straight, attack and dive into the first corner. Let's see how this plays out. Pretty close, but not enough. It seems that not enough, and they just stay pretty close, one from the other. Godfather goes a bit wide on that corner, and it seems that Max at least thought about it. But still, they are pretty close between each other. Meanwhile, John is attacking back of Donuts once again, but we need to stay with these guys because this is the lead of the race. I think Max will have to wait again for after the hairpin main straight, the two DRS zones that we have at the end and beginning of the lap. Pretty good exit from Godfather, not so good for Max, but he has the help from the DRS. So let's see how this plays out. Getting pretty close, going into the chicane. He's not gonna try to make a move there, obviously, but now he goes, oh, he touches the wall. I think Max touched the wall, and let's see if that make a bit of damage. It seems that he might have something, but the telemetry doesn't show anything. We have an incident somewhere. I think Crescent had a problem, but now he's back on track. Meanwhile, John was able to get ahead of Back of Donuts, and Back of Donuts chasing to get him and recover his position, reclaim his position. Meanwhile, John doesn't have any time penalties yet, which is good for him because we can see that Godfather, Max, and Back of Donuts also got Palmer, who are the main contenders in the championship. They have penalties. I think Crescent just retired. Yeah, Crescent just retired into the pits. Max getting close to Godfather, not in this lap, and just chasing him. We see a lot of penalties from everybody except John, so this is very good for him. Let's take a little bit of a quick peek because now everybody has penalties, and we see 3 seconds for almost everyone except Godfather, who has 9 seconds. Darksider has 9. Topox also has 6. So I think Ernest right now should be waiting for a safety car. I think he might still have some rubber left on that set of mediums, but if there's not a safety car within the next few laps, his time will start to get a bit slower compared to the rest of the field, which means that John might have an opportunity. Right now we see John getting pretty close to Ernest, using all his battery, using DRS. Is he gonna try to make a move here? He goes for it, and he makes it. Pretty solid, pretty clean. A move from John, and he's back in 3rd place. Also, Back of Donuts was able to overtake Ernest. 17 laps on a medium is starting to hurt Ernest, as we discussed. Meanwhile, Max trying again to get close to Godfather, to get close. Not also now because, you know, John is in the hunt. 3.5 seconds and closing to Max. Back of Donuts wants to stay in the party, and he doesn't want to leave John, although John is just enjoying a bit of clean air. Godfather, another 3-second penalty, so that makes 12 seconds for Godfather. That is not good, that is not good. But let's see, Max has an opportunity here. They went pretty close into the hairpin. DRS open, he's not using his battery right now. Maybe he just wants to stay close and not make a move. or he thought, that battery thing is not necessary, and it's not, because Godfather just went into the pits. And is he gonna go for a set of mediums or soft mediums? He goes into the pits, gets a set of mediums, and in theory that will be the last of his... What happened? Top Box had an incident, and he will need to rejoin the track, or the racing line at least. Back of Donald's getting pretty close to John. Does Back of Donald's has a chance for a second place? That would be very, very interesting to see. He needs to get the points if he wants to maintain that lead from the rest of the drivers in the championship. Meanwhile, John getting closer and closer. We have an incident, and it seems that Top Box again is having a lot of complications in this track. Top Box seems to not enjoy Canada, so we might see a retirement pretty soon from Top Box. Meanwhile, Back of Donuts getting close to John, 0.6 of a second. That is not Back of Donuts, that is Ernest. Yeah, that's Back of Donuts getting close to John. 0.8 of a second. I think he's just trying to stay behind. Meanwhile, the penalties are coming and coming and coming for all the drivers. Quick Plus is the only one who doesn't have penalties. So if he is able to, push a little bit and gain more places, oof, that was not a very good exit for Back of Donuts. And yeah, he lost some time. Meanwhile, TomTom getting close to Darksider, which clearly is a ghost, so we will not worry about him. Back of Donuts. It seems that this is the only fight. Also Godfather trying to get Crit Plus. Let's stay with him. Again, Godfather sometimes makes aggressive moves that we enjoy to watch. Somebody went to the pits, we will see who in a second. And yeah, he goes for a lunge. He uses all the track that he can use, and now runs in 6. Right now, Godfather is the only one with fresher tires, so we might see some people go into the pits in a few laps. I think that they might be waiting for a lap 25, so they can get like 10 laps on softs. That might be something that the leaders might actually enjoy. And there is the first one to go into the pits, Max. And John stays out, Back of Donuts stays out. So, Max had to change. The front wing. That is very bad for him. I thought he was just gonna go for a quick soft tire, although it's pretty early to do that. But I thought he was gonna try to make that. Both Mercedes into the pits, so that is very good for the guys in front. John and Back of Donuts sharing a 3-second penalty. God Palmer suddenly it's in 3rd place. I didn't see that coming, and with a 6-second penalty, looking good. Meanwhile, Crit Plus, no penalties. He might have a very good opportunity for a podium in this race. But he needs to get close. He needs to close the gap from Godfather. Then Was that? Yeah, so we see top box. He might be. Yeah, it's a blue flag. That's why he's ghosting. Meanwhile, Back of Donuts decides to go into the pits. What tire did he choose? Medium? Yeah, medium for Godfather. Sorry, for Back of Donuts. Max just. Max is behind Back of Donuts. Huh, interesting. So Max is in the hunt. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because he changed front wing, so his pit stop was slower. That's why he ended up behind Back of Donuts. Will Back of Donuts defend against Max? I mean, he is the main rival right now for Back of Donuts in the championship. So this might get a little bit interesting between these two drivers. We will need to see when John, God Palmer, decide to pit, and if Godfather pits again, which I don't think it will be the case, unless we see a safety car somewhere. Godfather collecting penalties. Now I think he's at 15 seconds, and Max chasing Back of Donuts. Almost the same tire. He's gonna make a move. No. Is he gonna dive? No. He stays behind. Again, like, if you were Max, would you risk a DNF, you know, or an incident that will make you lose positions just because you want to win? Or would you like to collect as much points as possible, thinking ahead, thinking of the full championship? That will be very, very interesting to see. Let's see what happens after the hairpin. Do they have the same penalties? Max has a 6-second penalty, so even that will make him think might not be good to risk an incident, but he's gonna go for it. Yeah, in the straight, easy pass, there was no competition, and Max goes ahead, and now Max needs to make a gap. Assuming that John and God Palmer will pit, which definitely I think they have to, but you know, I think Max closing to Godfather and making a gap will be enough to get the win today. Meanwhile, Back of Donuts still staying close to Max and has some DRS right now. So is he gonna try to repay the favor? Again, Max is hell quick, but you know, at the end of the day, Back of Donuts is our current leader in the championship, so he is gonna try to get and maintain that position as much as possible. ERS enabled, DRS open, and yeah, DRS is very powerful in this track, and he makes the move. Very good exit, and he has also DRS in the second part of the straight, and they are gonna fight another lap. Also, Back of Donuts gets fast lap, the fastest lap for now. We are getting close to the end of the race. God Palmer just went to get some soft tires. He is a bit far from Max, but you know, with a soft set of tires, he might be able to get the fastest lap, but also get pretty close to Max. When is John gonna pit? That's the question. And is John going to pit? That's also the question. I think he might want to do it right now, really. I think this is the perfect moment for him to do it if he decides to pit, but no, he stays on track. We are unable to see his tire degradation, but it seems that he might want to stay with this set of tires until the end, which makes a bit of sense considering that Godfather and Max just went ahead of back of Donuts in the same straight. So sorry we didn't see that. We were looking at John and this fight between Max and back of Donuts. We missed the third part where Max regains the position once again, and I think back of Donuts will try to repay the favor once again in the next lap, although right now he is a bit far from Max. Let's see if he can recover a few tenths of a second. He's using some of his ERS because he wants to stay in that second window to get DRS and try to make a move. I don't think in this lap will happen. He is a bit far, but maybe stay close to Max and in the next one make the move. We'll see here. And yeah, not enough, but let's wait for the next moment. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we can know now that John is gonna stay in this set of mediums. I was saying that makes sense because Godfather has a lot of penalties. I think Max also has. Max has the same time penalties as John. So, you know, Max needs to gain somewhere around 12 seconds to get John in an old set of tires. Meanwhile, got Palmer getting close to back of Donuts and trying to get into the party if possible, but back of Donuts will now try to repay the favor, and this battle keeps on giving. Back of Donuts getting ahead of Max, and next lap Max will have a shot. It's pretty interesting that I think Max is able to stay closer to back of Donuts when he is behind. Right now, you know, 3 tenths of a second, 4 tenths of a second. So definitely we're gonna see more action in this small battle. We also see a battle between Crit Plus, Brady and Ernest. Yeah, this is a small train that maybe we will see clean in a second. But we need to stay with Max and back of Donuts. This is the battle right now. The battle for what potentially can be third place, even second. Actually second place because Godfather has a ton of penalties. And very good exit from Max, and yeah, he's gonna make the move. DRS open, ERS enable, and back of Donuts, I'm pretty sure he's not putting any defense because he needs to get some battery for the next lap where he is gonna try again to recover the position. For penalties, I think back of Donuts gets the position, but just trying to gain the position on track, it's extremely fun, and we see, you know, we have seen, you know, 4-5 laps of these two guys racing each other, passing each other, gaining the position, regaining the position. So we actually enjoy this. Now back of Donuts, it's a bit far from Max, and we have a yellow flag somewhere. It seems that Crit Plus had an incident, but not enough for a safety car. Back of Donuts starting to get behind Max. He might want to get into that blue flag car if he wants to have some DRS. It seems that he doesn't have DRS in this lap, so that might be the end of that battle, at least for now, until we see some No, I think that's it. Not even until. So Max was the winner of that 4-5 lap battle, which we enjoyed very, very much. Meanwhile, Scott Palmer still on 22 laps old. I don't know how he is, but you know, 4 laps remaining, including this one. Meanwhile, Godfather also enjoying life. It's time to see the penalties now. How close is Godfather from being disqualified? That's a very, very interesting question. Tom Tom having an accident. Oh my god, no way, no way. We have a safety car. We have a safety car. Are you kidding me? Godfather must be hating life right now. 18-second penalty. You know, he is the biggest loser here. John stays on track. What the heck, John? I mean, wow. Godfather just retired. He just retired. He realized, you know what? With this safety car, I'm not gonna be able to gain any positions with that 18-second penalty, and he went to the pits and retired. So nobody is staying. Nobody's going to the pits. So now it makes sense for John to not try to get new tires, and nobody's getting new tires. This is pretty interesting. I thought somebody might want to go into the pits, get close, and then, you know, for 2 laps try to gain something. It will be very interesting to see if we resume the race on lap 34. I mean, we should, because I think the game must have at least 2 laps of full racing. This is very weird. Yeah, safety car in this lap makes a lot of sense why nobody pitted. Godfather just hated life and decided to quit. I don't blame him. John will try to defend as much as possible from Max. So I really want to see this battle between John, Max, and Bag of Donuts. Brady trying to get close, but he will not be able to get into the mix. So we will need to see this. John, Max, and Bag of Donuts, when they are gonna restart the race. And John goes full throttle now. Very, very weird. And Bag of Donuts gets Max. Yeah, there was a blue car involved there. God Palmer just DNF. We were unable to see what happened. Ernest also DNF. Oh, that's pretty bad. We need to see here with Top Box, and let's see what happened. We're gonna see DNFs there. Let's go with this guy. No. Okay, I think we are gonna be unable to see something. And Bag of Donuts just make the move of the race, and we missed that for trying to look at the crash. And yeah, Bag of Donuts just make the move on John. I think this was just the tires. And also Max makes the move on John. And Brady will try to get pretty close to John. And Bag of Donuts using all his ERS. John trying to... Oh, what was that? John cuts the chicane. I think he went a bit too aggressive there, trying to recover his position. Max with a 9-second penalty. I think, John, you just need to stay there in the window, and you will be able to reclaim at least 2nd place. Sorry that we missed that big overtake for the lead. We're trying to find the DNF guys, and we completely missed the overtake for the lead, which is like a really bad thing to do. But hopefully, you know, we can see the overtake, or what we saw was enough to enjoy. Max, is he gonna try to make a move? 9-second penalty. I don't think it's worth it, because this is the last lap. This is the last straight, and Bag of Donuts will win the Canadian Grand Prix. This is very exciting. John, you need to stay in the 3-second, man. Come on. And Bag of Donuts, he goes and he takes the checker flag. Max in second place. No, John, for 1/10 of a second, he didn't. He wouldn't have got second place. So Bag of Donuts, then John, then Max, and then the rest of the drivers. We'll need to see what happened with God Palmer, that we were unable to see that. But congratulations, driver of the day, a ghost. Yeah, this is the game. Okay, so congratulations to Bag of Donuts, who extends his lead on the championship. I think this is a massive win for him. Max, second place, and God, I lost words. John, second place, and Max, because of the penalties, third place. So it was a good race. I think that last safety car was a mess for a lot of people and was like a miracle for Bag of Donuts, and there it is. Congratulations to our podium. GG to everyone, and goodbye.